Oh, this positioning is In a game of Valorant, remember one rule. The more angles you abuse to fight the enemies, the higher is the chance that you're potentially gonna get some kind of a kill. There is not a single map in Valorant, not a single scenario in Valorant where I will start this passively. Like, literally, this position here is my dead last position that I'm gonna play. No matter if the enemies are eco halby, like, I cannot sell to the enemies all of this map control here and this map control here for free. We need to do something. As our starting position, we can take, for an example, a tight pixel angle here and abuse this spot for one singular burst fire. You know, we see the enemies there, burst fire, try to kill one enemy. Then we can abuse this off angle with a drop position here for another burst fire. Then from this spot, we can reposition on this off angle, maybe use the, you know, one-way smokes to outplay the enemies, and because they're going out, like we have the one-way here, one-way there, and enemies are dropping down, ba-ba-ba, ba-ba-ba. Then we can abuse this angle holding technique that I don't have time to explain right now, but sometimes it's okay. Actually, in one of the VOD reviews, I explained why holding the angles like this is okay sometimes. We can go for another burst fire, and that's it. Enemies are pushing in. Paranoia, kill them. They smoke you. Flash out, kill the enemies. And only then I'm gonna be contesting. You know, this is maybe your second, third, fourth position that you play on the B side. You cannot play this passively, man. It's an all position, man. Not even with the operator. Like, I'm not gonna start this passively, bro. Look at this. Like, what we could have done here, you know. So, Sky is dogging A short. We can destroy the dog, flash the enemies, do a one-way smoke here, bam. Full hookah control. Now enemies need to peek through this smoke or do another flash, do a flash to push out. We can easily reposition into the site, use a smoke here, and then get onto this spot. So enemies wasted potentially a boombot, dog, a few flashes to just take a hookah control. Now, defending the B side is far easier for us. What's up, tricksters and tricksetters? Today on the coaching table, once again we have Hierarchy, which is at Platinum 1, Omen main on Bind. Let's see what the Hierarchy has to say to us. I feel like I'm doing fine in Bind, 1.14 KD. Not bad, very good, which is one of my better KDs in the current map pool, but I have an abysmal win rate on Bind, 11.1% with Omen. One of my current goals is having an 80% KST and higher clutch percentage, 7%. Do you have any advice for me? I always try to think about teammates and focus on playing with them, but my KST is still super low, 74.2%. 74.2% is not bad. As long as you're in the range of 75 to 80, you're fine. I feel like I have one of the worst aim in Platinum Elo, and that my aim isn't good even when compared to golds and silvers, and I've been aim training at least twice a week, can't commit to aim training outside of weekends. If you have a terrible aim, you really need to aim train every day, you know, like, training should be something that is consistent for you in Valorant, like, value training on the same level as playing the game. I hope you don't mind my yapping in the background. I was streaming for my friends to see. I removed their audio, but I didn't remove my mic. Since comms is one thing I really want to prioritize and improve on, so I want to have feedback if my comms are effective and efficient or ways I could comm better. Okay, let's talk about the communication in Valorant. It is important, but not that much. Essentially, in Valorant, your primary focus with comms is giving the macro and micro info for your teammates, what you see, what you want to do, and if you really have some kind of a good plan for your team. When is communication important in Valorant? It is very important to navigate your teammates in the first round, on both attackers and defenders side. It is very important to navigate your teammates in eco round, when enemies are eco and halby. It is very important when you're playing anti-eco rounds. You know, it's very important to come and give some kind of a strategy and tactic in bonus rounds. So essentially, in the first 4 rounds, you should be telling your teammates what to do, where to go, you know, what makes more sense to be done in a specific round. But later during the match, your comms should be on a very basic level, where you're not annoying, but you're just trying to have higher chances of winning, and macro and micromanaging your teammates in a way where, you know, you give them simple information. Hey, Sova, Cypher is playing with the tripwires here. I cannot execute a bomb site. Can you shock their disposition? Cypher, we're playing Sunset. We're pushing the B site. Cypher, can you please do a camera here so we can spot the B main and see if the enemies actually take the B main control? Basically, which skill sets are more important than communication? Number one, game knowledge. If your game knowledge is poor, God knows what type of comms you're gonna give to your allies. Decision making, team play, and adaptiveness. And of course, like mechanical skill. All of these skill sets here are beyond than more important compared to communication. Let's dive into the tracker first. So this act, you played 95 matches. That's really good playtime. I mean, like 95 games in like 1 month. That's okay. You know, like that's like 3 games per day. Generally speaking, if you want to improve at Valorant and if you really want to grind ranked solo queue, I always recommend to players 3 games minimum per day, and the rest of the time you should invest in aim training, developing your awareness, developing your game knowledge, VOD reviewing, etc, etc. You said that you're trying to improve your KST. Like KST is very important statistic. 74% is okay, not bad, not terrible, not mega good. It's fine, you know, like essentially KST is improved by being a more disciplined player, understanding win conditions, understanding like refrag potential on a higher level, and understanding obviously like what is a stupid death, what is an unnecessary death, understanding proper pathing. So to improve KST, you really need to improve a lot of different aspects of your skill set as a player. When it comes to the agents that you're playing, I see that you're primarily maining Omen, Chamber, and Viper, and a bit of Jet. To be honest, you know, if I was you, on Breeze, I would just be insta-locking in Chamber and playing Viper as a secondary fill pick. On every other map, you can just rock with Omen and Chamber. Like, for an example, on Ascent, both Omen and Chamber are great. You can play Omen as a main character, Chamber as a secondary pick. On Split, Omen main pick, Chamber secondary. Lotus, Omen main, Chamber secondary. On Breeze, Chamber main, Viper secondary. Sunset, both Omen, you can experiment with both Omen and Chamber. On Sunset, Chamber is really good. Like, you have a really good strategist on the defender side to outplay the enemies with the teleport and up. On Icebox, I would recommend you to main Chamber as a primary pick. Omen can work all the way up to Immortal 3. Even after Immortal 3, if you're applying everything from the exclusive coaching videos that I'll share with you, after Immortal 3, Viper is just better. And on Bind, I really have no idea how the you have like such a high KD, ADR, ACS, and you're losing so many games on Bind. Now, when it comes to your weaponry, pistol rounds, highest rounds, muy bien. You have my rank playbooks, you have my exclusive coaching videos. This is what I expect from every single player that gets the coaching from me, and every single player that gets the rank playbook. Your pistol rounds should be at the top. Love it. Full buy rounds are there, semis are there. Ecos, I think your eco rounds can definitely become a bit better, since you're playing Chamber and Omen and Viper as your main characters. What is a good KD and good impact in eco rounds? If you're able to have a 0.95 to 1 KD in eco rounds, you're a very valuable asset for your team in those type of rounds. Like in eco rounds, your goal is not to win them. Your goal is to trade yourself for as many kills as possible before, you know, your teammates get stomped in that eco round. Okay, I think we can just dive into the VOD review here.
What's up, tricksters? My name is Charlatan. I'm an all-time Radiant player since closed beta and the #1 most experienced Valorant coach. If you enjoy this type of content, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon. If you're interested in coaching yourself, be sure to join my official Discord over at discord.gg/charlatan. Some of the coaches and pro players that you're watching today were actually the students of Papito. Other than that, enjoy in this one, baby.
Defending side on Bind. Okay, listen. Your default bomb set on the defender side of Bind, and #1 priority is A site. What is the default bomb set in Valorant? Bomb set that you prioritize on attack and defense when you have no idea what enemies are gonna do next or what the you want to do next. It is the side that is easier for the post plant, harder for retake, easier for the attack, harder for defense. That doesn't mean that you should play this side 24/7, but in the earlier stages of the game, usually the best idea is to opt in to play B site, and if you're already autopiloting, play B site. Secondary focus, A site. In the first round on a defender side, you're always playing B site. Always, with any agent. And the best idea is to put hardcore sentinels, such as Cypher, Deadlock, Sage, Killjoy, on the A site, and to play 3 players B in the first round, and 2 hardcore agents that can stop the enemy's push on A site. In the second round, most of the times, you play B site, and the only time when you should play A site in the second round of bind is if enemies in the first round, the enemies pushed B site in the first round, you f them up on B, second round, you're playing on A site. So with Omen in the first round, without any doubts, what I would always recommend you to do is a classic pistol shorty strategy here. Classic light shield, 1 shrouded step, 1 smoke available. You drop the shorty on the ground, pick up the shorty, listen to the enemy's footsteps, or based on timing, you want to do this type of a smoke. If your teammates get a contact with the enemies on A site and A short, you want to instantly give them this smoke and rotate with a classic pistol towards the A site. If enemies are silent and or you get a contact with the enemies in B main, at around 7 or 8 seconds after the round starts, you want to deploy this smoke with a cubby position here, where you can hide from the enemy's random spam and you can dodge the enemy's recon utility, and you want to fuck up the enemies that are pushing through hookah. Trust me, there is always going to be someone pushing through hookah. Be patient. If you already have the info that all 5 enemies are B long, then teleport into the site, and from the site, support your teammates and try to fuck up the enemies. Or maybe you can even stay with the shorty, delete 1 enemy here, take his pistol, and then fuck up the rest of the enemies. Adaptiveness is very important when you're playing this strategy. Let's see what you're gonna do. You're gonna play A side like a monkey. I mean, there is a chance that enemies are gonna push A in this first round, but I would not gamble that much. There's no way. And if you're already playing A side in the first round of bind, this is what I usually do with Omen. Is I buy the classic with Paranoia, 1 shrouded step and 2 smokes. And basically, I'm playing here with the Paranoia and shorty. And basically, when the enemies are pushing, I do the smoke. I try to flash the enemy Raze jet that are dashing in. I flash the enemies, take a kill here, take the classic pistol, and then continue on with the round. And if the enemies are pushing B side, just take a classic pistol and just rotate. You have tons of utility for the retake and to support yourself and to support your allies. I don't know, this type of a fight that you're taking here, personally, I wouldn't pick this angle with a classic pistol. Like, with the classic pistol, you're always aiming for the gunfights that are between, like, 0 and maximum 20 meters. Already after 20 meters, classic pistol is very unstable weapon. Like, the spread of the bullets is too fucking high. Look at this. And if the enemies have a ghost or sheriff, they're gonna destroy you. So if you have a classic pistol, this fight, I will take with the enemies. I will take with the enemies. I will take with the enemies. You know? But this fight, I will just be jump spotting this, getting the info for my team, maybe spamming into the smoke and waiting for the enemies to initiate the execute and try to outplay them somehow. Let's put the audio of the VOD a bit higher. Okay, very good repositioning. I like it quite a lot. I like it quite a lot. Oops. Very good that you're following your Phoenix. Phoenix can die, like, but they're very good at game decisions thus far. Okay. Very good decision making. Okay. Okay. Now reposition with a teleport. Never mind, let's say that kill. Enemies can still be showers. Very bad position right now. Showers, game awareness. Listen. So, 2 of your teammates are playing together. Yoru is here. Your Phoenix is here. You don't need to play with them anymore. Like, observe every single possibility in the game. Like, if you already stopped the enemy's push on A short, we don't know where's the rest of the enemy team. Like, look what your teammates are looking at. Like, whenever I finish the fight with the enemies, and I make numbers advantage, I'm always observing, is there some kind of a gap in my team through which enemies can surprise us and fuck us up. Like right now, if my Yoru and Phoenix are already playing on a reefer potential, right here, my job is to watch the showers. And if they start dying on short, I will instantly support them and try to play with them. I don't know, like leaving the showers there open, very bad. I never trust the enemies that someone is AFK, like, fuck it. Okay, good follow-up on the chamber.
Hey, last.
Okay. Okay, not too shabby, not too shabby. Surprisingly good round, very good round, like solid decision making. It can be a bit faster. You should observe a bit more possibilities during a match, but you know, I have nothing to really complain about. Now, if you win the first round of Bind on A side, always play the second round on the B side, always. And what I will usually buy, I'll buy Outlaw with a light shield or Outlaw with a heavy shield if I have money to afford the heavy shield. And rest of the money I'm going to invest in utility. And I'm just going to hold this angle. I can hold this angle all the way like this and still be able to hit the enemies. You've seen this on my streams quite a lot of times. You can hold it as much as your reaction time allows you. When you're holding the tight pixel angles, you're always aiming towards the furthest position to which enemies are peeking. So if the enemies are peeking from right to left, you're aiming here. And you're placing your eyes towards the right side. You know, towards the enemy's peak. This wall here is curved like this. So where do we place our eyes? We place our eyes down here. Because the first thing that you see from the enemies is their legs. So as soon as you see the yellow color, bam, bam, you're ready to react. You're ready to micro-correct yourself and kill the enemies. Why do we place our crosshair all the way to the left wall? So if the enemies are going for the fast swing, I'm still able to catch their movement if they're going for that fast swing on this position. Outlaw is really good anti-eco weapon for this map, especially Outlaw with
potato aim, but I have
Outlaw with shorty combination is really fucking good, man. Okay, we're following top to bottom rule. Now the chat is probably asking, Charlton, what is the top to bottom rule? But that's why you get coaching from me.
Okay.
Discord server. Good repositioning. There was no reason to take that fight. This paranoia here was a pure waste, man. You know, before you decide to engage enemies with a paranoia and you don't know if the enemies are there, jump spot the enemies. Like, I can already tell that jump spot mechanic doesn't exist in your gameplay. Like, bro, you don't know if the enemies are pushing it. Bam. After 3-4 seconds, bam. Bam. Aha! Enemies are close. Bam. Let's do this. Let's follow them up. Ooh, very good shot. Okay. Absolutely unnecessary aggression. Listen, guys, when you're playing anti-eco rounds, your primary focus is staying alive, compensating the mistakes of your teammates, clutching that round yourself, and you are not trusting your allies at all. Oh. This round, there is really nothing better you could have done. There is no way that I also would have expected that raise in the smoke. But why didn't you play B-side? Already from the round 2, we can start applying the AB rule and the rule of fear. Like, these two rules will not tell you 100% of times where enemies are gonna go, but these are the two most common patterns that you're gonna see within your games in Valorant. So if you completely stomp the enemy's push on A site in the first round, so you destroy the enemies here. B site is our default site. Number 1. Number 2, we can apply the AB rule. We can expect the enemies to every single round do something completely different from what we saw in the previous round. Second thing, working in our favor. Third thing that is working in our favor, and that is actually working for this gamble, is rule of fear. Definition of rule of fear is enemies in ranked solo queue are usually afraid to repeat their mistakes from the previous rounds, and that's why in the next round you can expect enemies to do something completely different if you already stomped the enemy's push. So basically, if you completely fuck up the enemies on the A side in the first round, the best gamble is to go on to the B side. Like, there's 80% of chances that enemies will end on B side. So pay attention how you position yourself in the first 4 rounds. It is really fucking important. Oh, this positioning is In a game of Valorant, remember one rule. the more angles you abuse to fight the enemies, the higher is the chance that you're potentially gonna get some kind of a kill. There is not a single map in Valorant, not a single scenario in Valorant where I will start this passively. Like, literally, this position here is my dead last position that I'm gonna play. No matter if the enemies are eco halby, like, I cannot sell to the enemies all of this map control here and this map control here for free. We need to do something. As our starting position, we can take, for an example, a tight pixel angle here and abuse this spot for one singular burst fire. You know, we see the enemies there, burst fire, try to kill one enemy. Then we can abuse this off angle with a drop position here for another burst fire. Then from this spot, we can reposition on this off angle, maybe use the, you know, one-way smokes to outplay the enemies and fuck them up as they're going out. Like, we have the one-way here, one-way there. And enemies are dropping down, ba-ba-ba, ba-ba-ba. Then we can abuse this angle holding technique that I don't have time to explain right now, but sometimes it's okay. Actually, in one of the VOD reviews, I explained why holding the angles like this is okay sometimes. We can go for another burst fire, and that's it. Enemies are pushing in. Paranoia, kill them. They smoke you. Flash out, kill the enemies. And only then I'm gonna be contesting. You know, this is maybe your second, third, fourth position that you play on the B side. You cannot play this passively, man. It's an all position, man. Not even with the operator. Like, I'm not gonna start this passively, bro. Look at this. Like, what we could have done here, you know. So, Sky is dogging A short. We can destroy the dog, flash the enemies, do a one-way smoke here, bam. Full hookah control. Now enemies need to peek through this smoke or do another flash, do a flash to push out. We can easily reposition into the site, use a smoke here, and then get onto this spot. So enemies wasted potentially a boombot, dog, a few flashes to just take a hookah control. Now, defending the B side is far easier for us. Oh, here, like, your decision making was not good, man. Like, you heard the Sky using a flash in the B long. Bro, after that smoke, instant paranoia, create an opportunity for your teammate. You know? Like, that's why your KST is shit. You're not trading your allies, you're not supporting them. I don't know, I would have fully sold my KO and B side just to keep the full guard in control, make my Yoru stay alive, and kill 1, 2, 3 enemies in the B long. And then we can fight for the site and for the hookah. Ooh, that was unlucky. Bro, like, map awareness, 0 points. Like, general game awareness, 0 points. Like, after every single kill, after every single fight. Quick sneak peek onto minimap. Like, if I kill the chamber, Raze is dead, Yoru died, like, 50% of times during your gameplay, your eyes are on the minimap. 50% of the time. And if you have the Omen paranoia, never engage the enemies in a clean fights, flash the enemies, take the position, that's it. Very good tracking, love the kill. Very good kill.
My aim is back. Oh, I'm scared. Oh, scare me. I didn't have the Phoenix.
It would be.
Okay. Okay. I mean, listen, man, like, your game decision here to stay on the A set was obviously good, because our killjoy died from the short. There was a huge chance that enemies are gonna stay on A. But man, if enemies are 2 versus 4, you hear one enemy running into the site, you need to expect that that enemy is gonna go for some kind of a fast plant. If I heard one enemy running into the bomb site, I would immediately get ready to kill that enemy as he is going for the spike plant. Because enemies heard you rotating. Killjoy did the teleport here. And they probably think the site is free. And that your backside or tower or CT. Kill that enemy. Focus on the rest of the enemy team. And also, when you were going for that sky kill, I don't really like how you needed to smoke this and then go for the sky kill. Because one more enemy could have been here. You needed to make a cover for yourself. Okay, this was fine. On attacker side of Bind, in the first round, you're asking yourself a few questions, and that's how we decide what we want to push. So, B side is still our default site, but how do we decide what we want to push in the first round? You don't have the Sage in your team. Enemies don't have a single Sentinel, so enemies don't have a Sage, Deadlock, Cypher, Killjoy. So, you don't have this. Enemies don't have this. 5-man push onto B site. Send it B. Essentially. Because planting the spike on A site is really hard in the first round and it's just stupid to gamble it. You can buy a classic light shoot, 2 smokes, 2 shrouded steps. You can buy a ghost, 1 shrouded step, 2 smokes. Your job is to do go through long, clear this area of the map properly. One-way smoke up here on top of the doorway. There. Do a mid-air smoke that looks like this on the minimap. Pay attention. It should look like this. Teleport into that smoke. From this position, surprise the enemies, kill them. Or you can drop down if you have a classic pistol, take the elbow control, and from this position, contest the enemies. Now, like, you have a Sage in the team. 5-man push onto the A side through A short. Tell the Sage to wall this, just fight for the A short and lamps, and that's it. Where's the fucking Sage? So, tell the Sage to do this wall. You're doing a smoke on site, like this. Smoke on top of the truck, like this. You're using a fake teleport into the hookah on top of the truck, taking the lamp's control from behind, killing the enemies. Here, planting the spike. I mean, that's basically it. Like, so in this match, you don't have a Sage. Enemies don't have a hardcore Sentinel. The best idea is to push the B side in the first round.
Dog shit.
And if you're already pushing A side in the first round, always, especially if all of your teammates are only going through A short, always do this smoke in combination with this smoke here, like this. Push this area of the map with your allies. Do this teleport. Drop down immediately. Kill the enemy in the lamps. Kill the enemy on the site. Try to plant the spike here, or don't plant the spike, wait for the smoke to disappear, and then fight the rest of the enemies. This smoke setup, I've never seen it in my life. That's such a bad smoke setup, man. Bro, like, I don't know what to tell you, man. Like, listen. In the first round, you need to lead your teammates in. And that's why you should be positioning the smokes and utility not only for your allies, but also for yourself. So basically, what happened in this round? Enemies delayed their push with this smoke and nade. As soon as the nade disappeared, and I have some kind of a smoke like this, and like, I don't know what the fuck was this smoke setup. It's stupid. I would instantly run forward from this smoke, perform this teleport, get the lamp's control, kill the guy in the lamps, and lead my teammates in. The first round should always be a fast, 5-man aggressive push towards one specific objective, and you need to give the confidence for your allies to push in. Let them deal with this lurk and flank.
Okay.
On bind, whenever enemies are equal in Hellbind, we are pushing 5-man B long. No, Killjoy, you don't need to lurk through the hookah and die from the shorty and Bucky. No, Cypher, we don't need hookah control. We're gonna deal with the hookah later. I don't want you to die because of the raise nade and getting pinched in that fucking suicide position. Like, you will never see me when the enemies are playing an eco halberd bonus round here nor here. I don't give a shit about this. I'm only focused on taking the main areas of the map, taking the bomb sites, and that's it. These are the rounds when you need to tell your teammates what to do, and where I need to see communication from you. No, Yoru.
Okay. Thank you.
I'll watch the flank, man. What flank? We don't need to watch the flank. We just need to push fast. Okay, we know Sky is A. Please pay attention from which positions you're doing your smokes. Like here, you were fully exposed from the site. We could have died like a potato, you know.
They follow him. You do too fast, you.
Oh, she's in the smoke, man.
But
We need to clear. No, not that smoke. She's in the smoke on the right.
Shotty.
Bro, listen, like, when you see this type of a smoke in front of yourself, that's another information that you should give to your teammates. Whenever you see some kind of a fast smoke, or a smoke that is out of ordinary, enemies in that smoke, there's 80% of chance. Come to your teammates. You're playing you're a controller main. What do we usually do with this smoke? We fuck up the enemies with the close range weapons. You know? Like this smoke, this is not a default smoke to stop the enemy's push. I tell your teammates, hey guys, Astra is probably in there in that smoke with a fucking Judge and Bucky. Wait for the smoke to disappear, or let's flash in and fuck up that Astra before she fucks us up.
They follow him. You do too fast, you. But I bet there's a shotty inside. I'm scared there's a shotty. Bro. Oh my god.
Aye.
Oh my god. Oh, wait.
Okay, we know that all of three enemies are B site. We need two ultimate points for the ultimate. Pick up the orb here. Pick up the orb in the showers. Pick up the spike from the B site. And plant the spike on the A site. This mechanic and how many ultimate points you need for the ultimate on the attacker side, you should track 24/7. Okay, let's go. Showers. Nah, there's a second orb on A showers, man.
Hey, go B. Go A.
Yeah, good. I mean, we had this orb here anyway, so you know.
Bro. Bro, I commit, man.
Listen. So, let me explain you this situation. So, Sky is here. Your Killjoy is not listening to you. You're here. You want to pick up the spike. Spike is here. Chamber is somewhere CT. Isn't it logical for you to use your teleport and just teleport on B and fight with the Killjoy and kill the enemy Sky? I mean, these type of mistakes are the mistakes that you need to compensate in lobbies between, like, in low elo and medium elo. Like, your teammates are not gonna listen to you always. Like, if my Killjoy is not listening to my call, she doesn't want to rotate, I'll just rotate with the ultimate and pick up the spike. You know, well, I'm just gonna teleport on fucking spike and that's it. Okay, listen, whenever you have the Omen ultimate on this map, you can try the ultimate Omen play on this map, essentially. This works for me like 80% of times, so I don't know why this wouldn't work for you. Essentially, you tell your teammates to push fast B. You do instantly, as the round starts, a one-way smoke here. Second smoke into the elbow. Teleport in this corner right here. Sound is identical, as you're basically teleporting into the elbow. 50% of times, enemies are gonna rotate into elbow to clear you. Around 30% of times, enemies are gonna anchor the hookah and garden. You're gonna take the bomb site for free and kill the enemies. And only 20% of times, enemies are gonna wait for your teleport and maybe peek you and kill you. Even if I don't see the enemies, I will commit to the teleport and just place my crosshair on the most probable angle from which they're gonna peek me. I teleport and I'm just clearing the site, clearing this, clearing under hookah, clearing long, and that's it. Listen, if I see you place a smoke on tower one more time, I'm gonna... I've coached you. I've shared with you exclusive coaching videos. I've shared with you the rank playbook. I've said 20 million times, that smoke is the most useless smoke on Byte. Tower should only be smoked in the post plant, or if there is only one enemy on the A site, and we can cut off the enemy's rotation, kill that enemy, and take the bomb site for free. And even then, when you're doing that tower smoke, it should be a one-way smoke and not a regular fucking shit. Listen, if you're already playing Omen on the attacker side, and you have some kind of a safe location where you can teleport and cross the choke point without fighting the enemies, essentially engaging the enemies from another angle, then your teammates do it. If your Yoru is already here, teleport here, from this position, engage the enemy, raise, as your teammates are fighting from the choke point. Whenever I have the opportunity to teleport somewhere, instead of running like a pleb through the choke point, I'll take that opportunity.
Oh my god.
Okay. I mean, even though you had 26 kills in this game, your performance on attackers and defender side is borderline abysmal when it comes to the proper team play and when it comes to proper positioning and utility users as well. When it comes to you playing Omen, it's okay. I will stick to Omen if I was you. If you apply all of the things that we discussed throughout this VOD review, I think that your win rate on bind should be at least 60 to 70%. Other than that, thank you for watching this VOD review. Join my Discord server for coaching. Join my Discord server for giveaways, because I'm doing the giveaways for coaching and VOD reviews and Valorant points as well. Subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment, sub on, both channels first, second, and that's it, I guess.